question is, why can't I have a yacht? Sasha, Malia, yes, we can.
Okay, when the Obama starts, I gotta go.
Come on, Dad. Why can't y'all try yoga? I mean, didn't you say you wanted us to bond more?
I don't know how I let this girl talk me into coming into this whack-ass yoga.
Because you're weak, boy.
And why are you here?
I'll give you 2 reasons.
Hello, ladies. I think she's having a hard time with her mom being gone. I don't know how to connect with her. Why are you in your pajamas when we getting ready to go to church?
I think I'm gonna pass on church this week.
I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody under this roof goes to church.
I'm happy you came. I'd be even happier if you told me you got a pastry in that knapsack.
Won't he do it? Yes, he will. And I want to let you know something, brother. I am free from my diabetes. Save me half of that.
Dad, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing the latest skinny jean.
Those jeans aren't skinny, they're starving.
I hear my music. That's my song right there. Woo! Get this on your TikTok. Hey.
I don't want to lose any followers.
Pops, what are you doing? It smells like a Snoop concert down here. Why can't you be like every other father, just get drunk and pass out? It's 2019, for God's sake. It's 2021, for God's sake. Damn, this is some good shit.
You know, I'm a teenage girl. I'm gonna talk to boys.
And I am a grown black man, and I'm gonna whip them boys' asses.
Dad, relax. It's not even what you think.
The answer is still no. I don't want you driving around with some strange boy. You know these young boys, are they out here ghost riding the whip and whatnot?
Texan Jamie Foxx is back to his comedic roots with his new show, Dad Stop Embarrassing Me. Of course, it's partly based upon his life with his daughter, Corinne. Had a chance to sit down with Jamie and his co-star. Here's a trailer, then here's our interview.
The question is, why can't I have a yacht? Sasha, Malia, yes, we can.
Okay, when the Obama starts, I gotta go.
Come on, Dad. Why can't y'all try yoga? I mean, didn't you say you wanted us to bond more?
I don't know how I let this girl talk me into coming into this whack-ass yoga.
Because you're weak, boy.
And why are you here?
I'll give you 2 reasons.
Hello, ladies. I think she's having a hard time with her mom being gone. I don't know how to connect with her. Why are you in your pajamas when we getting ready to go to church?
I think I'm gonna pass on church this week.
I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody under this roof goes to church.
I'm happy you came. I'd be even happier if you told me you got a pastry in that knapsack.
Won't he do it? Yes, he will. And I want to let you know something, brother. I am free from my diabetes. Save me half of that.
Dad, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing the latest skinny jean.
Those jeans aren't skinny, they're starving.
I hear my music. That's my song right there. Woo! Get this on your TikTok. Hey.
I don't want to lose any followers.
Pops, what are you doing? It smells like a Snoop concert down here. Why can't you be like every other father, just get drunk and pass out? It's 2019, for God's sake. It's 2021, for God's sake. Damn, this is some good shit.
You know, I'm a teenage girl. I'm gonna talk to boys.
And I am a grown black man, and I'm gonna whip them boys' asses.
Dad, relax. It's not even what you think.
The answer is still no. I don't want you driving around with some strange boy. You know these young boys, are they out here ghost riding the whip and whatnot?
Cool. Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Roland, you got an hour.
That's what I'm saying.
You got an hour,
Texas,
Roland. Go ahead.
Texas. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's what I'm saying.
Baby.
Well,
I gotta double back and do your show.
Hey, Doc, look, you know, we can do it anytime you want to do it. I ain't got to ask nobody. I own it, so we good.
I know. Well, I appreciate you.
Yes, indeed. Kyla Drew, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Glad to see both of you. Let's get right into it because they got a brother on the clock. Jamie, in this show, you're dealing with raising a 14-year-old. Any flashbacks you leaning on real life experience when you had to deal with a teenage daughter?
Listen, man, most definitely. Now, my daughter never got in trouble, Roland. That's what's crazy. Now, so we had to manufacture that part.
Never?
Listen, I never had to say, I know you ain't coming in here late. I know there ain't alcohol on your breath. What is this, boy? I never had any of that. So we had to write that. But as far as I'm concerned, basically, my daughter was actually the parent at times because I was so off the chain. Look, you've seen me. But I just thought that Kyla Drew brought something so amazing to the show, and Kyla and my daughter actually got together and would craft the character, and having my daughter as executive producer on the show really meant a lot because, like, I'd be out there thinking I'm doing something funny and then get a call on stage and she's like, yo, that ain't funny. You better find something else because that ain't funny. So it was just a great vibe, man, and I cannot express how much fun it was.
Kyla, I've had to raise 6 nieces at one time together. I'm dealing now with my wife and I, my twin 17-year-olds. So trust me, I'm sure I'll be watching going, yep, I've seen that before.
Yep, the eye roll, the sucking the teeth. Mm-hmm.
Oh, all
of it.
All that. Why you got to be so aggressive? Because you... See, I'm a cuss. Go on ahead. I'm sorry. Go on ahead.
Yes, yeah, we basically see Sasha is a teenager and she be doing her own thing. Attitude and all. She's off the chain sometimes. But I think it's a good balance in the show. And a lot of times Brian, Jamie's character, brings her down, all the way down to reality and snatches that attitude right out of her.
Jamie, my daddy told me this, and I have conveyed this to my nieces. I ain't your friend. I'm your uncle. I'm raising you. I ain't your friend.
Exactly.
And so did you also have to make that clear? I ain't your friend.
Listen, you got to make it clear and like, look, and then you got to, some of the old disciplines just don't work. So you have to align yourself as friendly, but always understand that at a certain point you have to parent. And when you have to parent, sometimes that can be a lonely place because you don't want to disappoint your daughters. You don't want to disappoint your kids, but sometimes you got to actually like be killjoy. Now, that was what my grandmother used to just killjoy for no reason. Granny, I want to go across the street. Go over there and see if I'll cut you clean in two. Well, why you got to do that? I just went. How would I live with half a body? So, but those are the things that you have to sort of set up in order to make them understand that the world is going to be a lot more hard on you than I am. So it's sometimes it's toughening them up, not having them live in a space of social media and things like that, because when you get into the real world, an Instagram post may not save you.
Absolutely. And Kyla, I think what's important, and again, what this brings, is critically important for people to see the relationship of a daughter and her daddy. I cannot tell you, as somebody, my parents will be married 54 years in June. As somebody who understands the importance of daddy, I think this is also wonderful that this is being exhibited and people are seeing that relationship between the two of you.
Yes, 100%. I'm honestly so honored, and I love the fact that this show highlights both Jamie and Corinne's relationship with one another, and I think it's so beautiful that Sasha decides to live with her dad, and then watching their relationship blossom throughout all the episodes. It really takes you on a journey, and by the end, they tight. They're good. They understand one another.
Speak on that, Jamie, because again, typically when we watch television, it's always, the dumb daddy. He can't fix anything. He knows nothing. He's not smart, or he's not even there. It's always the mama. What do you want to convey?
Well, first of all, we do a lot of behind the scenes with dads who who are trying to connect with their kids. Maybe there was a divorce or whatever like that. And sometimes we will take not the easy way out, but we will take the comfortable way out. Like that's the mom's job. No, it's not. Your daughter needs you more than ever nowadays. When they come into these different sections of their life from 16 to 19, whatever it is, they need to be able to lean on you. So I'm always been like, listen, no matter what the circumstance, that's going to be your daughter forever. So you got to get in there. You got to fight for that. And you got to go through that uncomfortable sucking of the teeth and that uncomfortable rolling of the eyes and that uncomfortable, she may get you with some venomous, I use my father for an example. My father lost a connection with my sister. So I moved my father into the house with me. This is part of the show. The reason that I moved my father into the house with me, so they would run into each other, so they can get some of that time back. So there's nothing more important than a father and that daughter relationship, because I want my daughters to be able to lean on me at any time and say, hey, Dad, this is what I'm going through. And I'll be able to have that door open. And that's the whole thing as a dad, is just constantly making sure that door is open, because, sometimes your daughter feel like, well, I can only tell mom these things. I said, no, I want you to be able to tell me everything as well, because there's a lot of knowledge that I have, and I want to be there to support.
Absolutely. Well, Kyla, Drew, and Jamie, we look forward to it and look forward to seeing the love, the laughter, and also the life lessons.
Thank you.
All right, folks, Dad, Stop Embarrassing Me debuts on Netflix tomorrow, so you can begin to check it out.
Sasha, Malia, yes, we can.
When the Obama starts, I gotta go.
Come on, Dad. Why can't y'all try yoga? Didn't you say you wanted us to bond more?
I don't know how I let this girl talk me into coming into this whack hot yoga.
Because you're weak, boy.
Woo! Get this on your TikTok.
I don't want to lose any followers.
All right, folks, let's talk about the new show on Netflix. In Living Color alums David Alan Grier and Jamie Foxx are back together on the small screen. They play a father-son duo in the Netflix comedy Dad, Stop Embarrassing Me. It is inspired by the real-life relationship between Jamie Foxx and his daughter Corinne, who also serves as executive producer. I caught up with David Alan Grier to talk about, our gumbo wars and the new show.
Now, first of all, brother, you got to watch your tone. They didn't tell me that I was going to have to talk to you. Now,
They didn't tell me I was going to be talking to Moses.
Oh! let's be friends, because I beat you in gumbo wars. Let's not even go there. We don't.
You don't want to get embarrassed about the gumbo. Don't let me hurt your feelings. I mean, you already.
Footage of you when you went to Dookie Chase, okay? Mama Chase tried to tell your behind, but you were talking so much you didn't hear her. Okra, it belongs in the gumbo, sir.
No, it don't, and it's my gumbo. And I'm sure. Did you have this debate with Jamie on the show?
Not yet. That's next season.
Y'all got to integrate that in the show, because I'm gonna be with Jamie and say no okra in the gumbo.
Actually, you can put it in there. It doesn't have to be in there, okay? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm all good. So I got to ask you this here. If Jennifer Lewis is Hollywood's black mama, are you trying to become Hollywood's black daddy?
Yes, I am. Yes, Hollywood Silver Fox. I guess, man. To be serious, though, when I first grew this beard, the first thing is I want it to be a full beard. You don't want no, you know what I mean? Some of these brothers grow sideburns, a goatee, and there's a whole desert right up in here on the cheek.
Yeah.
It grew in full, but I had no idea it would be this white. I didn't know what color it was going to be. And it looks good. I mean, but this is all COVID right here. The last time I shaved was a year ago.
Wow. Well, see, I'm not a fan of the full. My dad he can't really grow his out, but I'm like, nah, bro, I got to keep mine trim. I got to, I can't. You and James Harden, y'all can have that.
Hey, man, James Harden is the king of the beard. His beard is amazing. But I will tell you this. you need to wash the beard because you do catch everything, flies, food. So you got to wash the beard. You must.
So let me ask you with the show. Did you bring your own stuff into it, your own family history? It's like if I'm gonna sit here and play the daddy, I'm gonna play a black daddy, an old school black daddy.
Well, I mean, actually, this character is based on Jamie's life and his relationship to his stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
Unique. He did spend time in jail. He'd never been to jail, did not lead a criminal life, but they gave him an extra long sentence as a first-time offender. So there's all that element. And there's the awkwardness of when you have a parent come back into your life as an adult, then where is that relationship at? Are you friends? I don't need a daddy now because I'm grown, but you need a father. So it's trying to find that ground. That's not really my story. But the stuff that I brought in from my life is my day-to-day life with my 13-year-old, which, I don't know how many kids you got, but girls at 13, that's different. They leave their bodies. They just go to different.
Well, here's the deal. I don't have any biological children, but my wife and I have raised 6 of my nieces. And I'm talking about first when they were a year and a half, Doc, then going to like 3 different sets. And now we're dealing with my twin nieces who are 17.
Woo!
Woo!
You got help.
Bruh, no, I don't need help. All I know is I told them, y'all don't want me to turn into my daddy. Y'all make Uncle Roro cool. Y'all don't want Poppy showing up.
Listen, I tell
because it's in me. It's in here.
They don't know that. I say, in our house, don't make me revert. I'm from Detroit, and they're like, oh, daddy. Those guys, you don't know nothing about 12th Street, Linwood. Don't make me revert. I don't want to go show you that side.
Right.
He's 13. She talks to me. It's so fast. It's like talking to a gerbil on speed. I'm just looking at her. I'm blinking my eyes. I'm trying to keep up. I don't know what she said. I'm agreeing to stuff I don't understand. It's a mess, man. It is a mess.
Well, look, man, I'm telling you, I identify with it because, again, for me, taking in nieces, raising them, and folk, tripping. And you're right. I'm like, hey, I said, y'all couldn't have survived in the house I grew up in.
Oh, no, yeah. It's different. It's different, man. You got whoopings. I never raised my hand to my daughter, but that's the way I was raised. Everybody got whoopings when I was a kid. It's just.
Oh yeah. I'm at that. I don't even know who in second place in my family. I'm so far ahead. And I tell my daddy, I say, you really shouldn't have done all that because I was really practicing for what I'm doing right now.
Yes.
So I was talking. So you whipped me because I was talking too much, but I was practicing, now you living in my house rent free. So I'm just saying, I think you owe me an apology for all of them ass whippings I had to take.
Hey man, I have a friend. His name is Leon. He's got 9 brothers and sisters. And Leon, when he grew up, he had glasses. He was an intellectual. So whenever he got in trouble, he would put his glass on and say, Daddy, let me explain. And he said, his father had the belt. I said, why you always got to be talking and explaining? So why can't you take your ass whooping and silently like your brothers and sisters? He was his own player. He said, let me just extrapolate what had happened, Daddy. That's how I was, man. My mother told me millions of times, your mouth is going to get you in trouble. I was like, no, my mouth's going to get me paid.
And Mama liked the fact that your mouth has gotten you paid.
She did.
Same with my mama and daddy. Married 54 years in June. They like, my dad told me, son, keep talking. I said, yeah, you ain't tell me that when I was in school. Now you telling me keep talking. David.
As parent, it's hard to have that longitudinal vision. You know what I'm saying? You just looking at what we see in front of us. But I love being a dad. I love being a Black dad and imparting our knowledge to the next generation.
Well, that's why I'm really looking for, I think people will certainly enjoy the show. Always a pleasure, man. We'll definitely chat soon. All right, y'all. You can watch Dad Stop Embarrassing Me on Netflix. It is streaming right now.
Sasha, Malia, yes, we can.
When the Obama starts, I gotta go.
Come on, Dad. Why can't y'all try yoga? Didn't you say you wanted us to bond more?
I don't know how I let this girl talk me into coming into this whack hot yoga. Because you're weak, boy. Woo! Get this on your TikTok.
I don't want to lose any followers.
The new Netflix comedy Dad Stop Embarrassing Me is inspired by the real-life relationship between Jamie Foxx and his daughter Corinne, who also serves as the show's executive producer. I caught up with co-stars Portia Coleman and Jonathan Kite, who told me what it was like on being on the set with the comedy legends David Alan Grier and Jamie Foxx. Roland Unfiltered. Yes, Portia, you didn't know I was going to be here today.
How funny. No, I did not. I love it.
Indeed. Jonathan, how you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing great. Portia and I were texting late last night.
He was jamming on the gram, too.
I was jamming on Instagram. She had no idea I was going to be chatting with her today. Glad to have both of y'all here. Let's get right into it. Portia, how do you deal with being the ignorant daughter of David Alan Grier?
The ignorant? I thought
being the daughter of the ignorant father, David Alan Grier.
You know what? Listen, it's like, the apple don't fall from the tree sometimes because, that is our father. So there's certain moments in this show where you're going to really feel like, no, she didn't. No, he didn't. But then you realize, oh, that's why they all family, because he's the matriarch of the family. So it was amazing playing alongside David Alan Grier because he is iconic. Him and Jamie Foxx on In Living Color is like nothing you can ever, recreate because of their chemistry. But now watching them play father and son and the dynamic of the sister and then the boyfriend and then the daughter, it was just incredible to watch that dynamic. But, I don't feel like I'm ignorant. I'm smart. I'm educated. And I just have little moments when it's like, oh, okay, I should have known that, but I didn't. I guess a blonde moment if you want to say.
Little moments. That's what we call them. Got it. Jonathan, first of all, to be in the mix with all these different type of people, just provide what that experience was like on set, being in this combustible mix.
I mean, personally, I've been friends. Portia and I've been friends many, many, many years. Jamie and I have been friends many, many, many years. And to do a sitcom with people that you love and respect, but that you're actually friends with is not, I think there's an idea that people are just know each other in Hollywood, but that's not the case. So to finally get on set with people that you have an actual previous relationship with, that you care about and you spend time with, is a dream come true. Now, professionally, it's unbelievable because everybody on the show is so multi-talented in so many ways. And to bring like a collection of these people, it feels like the Avengers, right? So it's like everybody can do everything. And so when you get us together, it really is like the perfect starting five.
Yes.
And obviously there were lots of, first of all, it's a sitcom, but I'm sure at some point somebody had to say, cut, enough with the laughing. My goodness. Look, come on. We got to get some work done.
Oh, yeah. That happened.
It was working. Yeah, it happened. But then we knew, that we always try to bust each other up because if we were able to make somebody else laugh in the scene and they, and they weren't on camera for it, then that was the take. That was it.
Oh, so many moments. I remember like one episode when, Jamie's in one of his characters and he has this boombox. That's a backpack. So when he walks on set, you think he's carrying a backpack, but it's a whole boombox. And next, he presses play and the boombox is just blasting music. And one day he started playing Proud Mary by Tina Turner. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, I'm inspired. I'm doing my Tina and I hit it. Next, Jamie busts right in. I'm telling you, and I have the footage. Like once the show comes out, we can release all this behind the scenes footage that we have. He went into full Ike Turner mode and we are just right in the middle of I'm choreography and all. So to answer your question, there are so many moments that we have off camera that brought this to life. When you're seeing action and roll, we were already doing something in between where we just fell into it so organically. Because again, we are all friends and family in real life.
So Jonathan, did you hop into that dance?
Yeah, I played an audience member. I played a Tina Turner fan, like a Tina fan, and who was just like,
Yep. He hit us with his signature. It's like the arms. His arms are signature.
Yeah. I call it the bobblehead. But yeah, I mean, the fact that we were able to sort of have those performances for each other, I mean, that's the thing. I think we entertain each other so much. And the fact that, we're able to bring that to a show, I think is what makes it so entertaining.
I would also venture, Portia, that because of COVID, because of what it has forced productions to do, that frankly people became even closer than normal because you had to be locked in. I mean, I say the same way with my show. I mean, you have no choice but to sort of be this nucleus as a result of shooting this during all the COVID protocols.
Without question. I mean, we were testing like every other day on the set. We would be in full blown, David Allen had the headgear on. We had to have masks. They were mandatory. Some of us, wore gloves. It was like they were going all out to make sure we were super safe. And when we took them off to actually start a scene, it's like, oh, wow, that's what you were actually doing underneath them. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna give a different reaction now because I actually see what you're doing because it's hard. Imagine a face shield and a mask and you're delivering dialogue like this and you're trying to rehearse like that. So we were definitely forced to, I think, overwork and to really show each other what we were capable of without having a million people on set. There were no friends on set. It was all of the people that were there working and the COVID team. That's it. And everything else was all digital on Zoom. Even our run-throughs were on Zoom. And it was crazy, but we got through it. And to watch the show come to life how it did is absolutely incredible.
And I dare say, Jonathan, again, that because there are no outside influences, it's just the folks working on the project, which is different from other projects.
Yeah, I mean, it was a real bonding experience. We were sort of going through this together in an incredibly unique and original way, because obviously nothing like this has ever happened before. But the fact that I think that we obviously have the backbone of Jamie Foxx, the stories with his daughter, the relationship, the legendary relationship between him and David Alan Grier. I mean, I think I think there was a lot of faith that we all had in each other that this is going to be funny and that we are really good barometers for one another, because if we can make each other laugh, I feel like the world's going to have a blast watching the show.
Yeah, because these are real stories. It's real stories. Corinne has this real. Every story almost that you're seeing on the show happened between her and Jamie, and you're like, oh my God, he didn't really do that, did he? And she's like, he did. That happened. I'll tell you how old I was, where we were. So we're just bringing their own dynamic to life, and it's beautiful just to watch it play out.
All right. Well, Jonathan, I appreciate it. Portia, you owe me. We got a ticket next time I'm in LA.
I know, for sure. Roland, you're the best. Love you so much. Roland Martin.
Love you as well, darling. Y'all
awesome.
Take care.
Bye.
Look forward to the show. Have a good one.
In the world is all this noise?
Great news, my dear.
We're not moving back to Seattle at the end of the school year.
Oh, so, my dear, is the party over?
Let's burn this sucker down! You and the kids can stay with me and Jeb as long as you need to.
That is so sweet of you, my dear.
Okay, Coco, you can stay too.
You are getting remarried. You need to keep it spicy.
Not too spicy. We got enough kids around here already.
We have 30 dancers vying for one spot. I go on a date with Royale tomorrow.
I guess we have to cancel the house hunting and date night because Mozzie procrastinated again.
You'll do that for me?
No!
Lowe's, you gotta talk to your children and set them on the right path.
Don't make me tell Mom about you sneaking out. Mom!
Don't make me tell her you dented her car with your bike.
Never mind.
We are trying to save these kids' souls.
I want to get baptized.
It's not about how many times you fall down. All you have to do is get up one more time.
You are so much braver than I was at your age. So you told me to do something that you would never do? That's called parenting.
Marcy, you on fire. It reminds me of me back in the day.
Really?
You still got it.
Yes, I do.
There's nothing like a good old family reunion, but what happens if they choose to stay? That's the basis of Netflix's comedy family reunion. I caught up with the show stars, Loretta Devine, Anthony Alabi, and Tia Mowry.
Hi.
How we doing? Glad to see all of you. It's always great. Wish it was in person, but it's all virtual. And so we don't have much time, but I got to get started. And I'm sorry, y'all, but I got to start with Houston first. I'm born and raised in H-Town, Jack Yates graduate. So I got to start. I got to start with Loretta. Loretta, how you? Plus, I'm an alpha. She's an AKA, so we got.
How are you?
It's great to see you. Indeed. Let's get right to it. I grew up in Houston, huge family. My grandparents, we went to the same church, so every Sunday it was literally 30 to 50 people at their house every single Sunday. And so what I really love about this particular show is the family dynamic. We didn't have a situation where kids went into the room and adults were over here. We were always all together. Loretta, talk about why that's important to show that and deal with the stuff that families have to deal with.
Well, I think it's to be able to look inside a home is extremely important now. There's so many things that people don't know about Black families and how we love each other and how we give and take with each other. And this is a great example with them moving back into my house and with all their kids and then deciding to stay forever, and us being based in a Baptist church, and Miss Tia's character is, I don't know what she's doing, raising these children without even whooping them. I mean, it's like, we need to we need to get it all together. So everything you can think of, good and bad, happens in this family, and we share it with everybody, and we do it with love, which is the great thing.
Tia, what's wrong with you? Because I ain't got no problem whooping the behind of a kid. Act a fool. In fact, you in my family, you ain't even got to be somebody's kid. Every aunt and uncle had the right to jack a kid up.
Listen. My mother whooped my behind, okay? So anyway, my point is that I just wanted to, I wanted to rebel and just do something different. I was like, okay, this is the traditional way of doing things. My grandmother whooped my mother now whooped us. And I was like, let me just try something different.
Break
and Loretta may think differently, but so far things are going well.
Yeah.
I'm also, wait, Loretta, you know what it is? I'm also a psych major. So I studied growth and child development, and I've just learned other options. Help me, Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah.
I was whooped. My mom was Puerto Rican and my dad's Nigerian, so I definitely got whooped. I personally, my kids are 4 and 2, so they're little, right? Tia, you have little kids, so we don't know yet. I'm sure once they turn 15, 16, it's going to be a lot easier to just smack them. Right?
It'll be too late.
15.
Early. You got to do it early. You can't wait till 15.
You wait till 15. 15, way too late.
Are we filming this? Because this seems like an episode of Family Reunion, right?
Again, look, my mama had 7 brothers and sisters, 42 grandkids, about 80 plus great grand. Trust me, kids got jacked up. But also what I appreciate, and granted, some people are like, oh my God, y'all talking about whooping. But the other piece is we dealt with stuff. We dealt with religion. We used to have these debates, and when you were a kid, if you wanted to jump into the debate, the adults let you, but you didn't get treated like a kid. So if your points were stupid and idiotic, you got smacked verbally with your points. So if you couldn't debate, don't step in here. Loretta, talk about again that importance of the conversations between family members together, as opposed to kids, adults, everybody separate, going your own way.
Yeah, there was no separation, and the families were always loud. I mean, families, if you were in a really good, loving family, you had that volume. You could hear them, no, but this is my point, but this is my point, but this is how I feel. And I mean, everybody that could get in the conversation and hold their own, it was worth coming over for the food.
See, Tia, when I was on CNN for 6 years, people say, man, you go hard on TV. I said, that ain't nothing. If you can survive the Lamont family debates, that's light work.
Mm-hmm. No, Anthony, you had touched on this too about just, the family dynamic that we have on this show when it comes to parental guidance, right? It's about trying to find that balance with allowing our children to voice their opinion, to, do what they want to do, but then they're learning, by their own behavior and their consequences. It's not just all about us always just telling someone what to do. They have to go through it themselves. And I feel like it creates, independence. I love that with this show, we allow our children to have a voice, you know what I mean? And to stand up for whatever they feel or that they want to do. And no matter how Madeir guides them, with the belt, or if we just, guide them with an opinion, we let them be, and then they learn from that. And I think in my opinion, I think that's a great parenting tool. You can't always control your kids. They have to learn how to have their own independence and their own voice. And therefore, when they get out into the world, they have more weight and foundation into who they are as a person. And that's what matters.
Anthony, she took all your time, but go ahead real quick.
No. All good. Ditto what she said. I'm used to it. It's cool. All good.
Well, look, Anthony, Tia, and Loretta, I certainly appreciate it. Yeah, Tia, you took all his time. They give me the rap. Anthony, like, can I say something?
Please, no, you guys. I agree with you. What you said is perfect. That's it. Get that bite.
Yeah. Bottom line is, my daddy said, when you get your own opinion, when you paying all your own bills.
Yeah.
Loretta, Anthony, Tia, I appreciate it. Look forward to the family reunion. Thank you so very much.
I gotta be there for my kids. My dad was no good, so it made me do some messed up stuff back in the day.
Back in the day? Negro, you did some ignorant stuff this morning.
Where you come from? No one said your name 3 times.
Do you think this outfit will get me this chief administrator job?
Are you meeting with a man or a woman?
A man.
Now you get it.
Damn, I never thought I'd get Me Too'd by my own sister.
I'm trying to step my daddy game up.
I will take all the help I can get.
When have I ever let you down?
Look, Benny, it's your baby mama.
I gotta be there for Regina. You know what? You ain't got to worry about me ever asking for nothing again. You got a phone charging my phone down to 2%.
Tonight we're gonna go on Facebook and I'm gonna show them the kind of life they could have had if their mama had married Dante. He's a doctor now.
Why don't you take the kids down to the animal shelter and show them the life that you could have had if you hadn't chewed through that cage? I'm rolling with you till the wheels fall off.
Not tonight, baby.
You said that last night. Come on, revved up. I can get it down to 10 minutes.
Oh, now you want to go twice?
What are you doing sniffing around here? No one called in a bomb. Hey, what's wrong with you?
They know me. We know intro. Hell, I can text 2 out of 3 of y'all.
I was like, why didn't you text me that you was gonna be on?
No, well, had to be a little surprised. I can't text Mike because he changed his cell phone like we changed water cups of water. Mike run away from bill collectors, but it's all good.
You're right. Hey man, you looking good, man. You must be on that keto diet, boy.
No, I'm not on the keto diet. I'm on the Negro diet. So that's what I'm on. Glad to see all 3 of y'all. We don't have much time, but we can set up a separate interview on my show because I own it and I ain't got to ask nobody. So let's get right to this thing. My dad worked for Amtrak. Mom did insurance claims. Neither one ever went to college. So I identify with a daddy, blue collar, trying to take care of his family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I got fortunate enough and lucky enough and blessed enough to hook up with Wanda Sykes, who was able to bring her comedic talent and bring her writing and bring her skills of Wanda wrote for Roseanne and all that. So for me, I'm just a ghetto guy, man, trying to tell some jokes. Her and Kim is about to take my stock all the way up now.
Well, Wanda, luckily, my daddy did not have to deal with any ignorant sister-in-laws. But you are a wee bit extra on the brother.
Hey, you know what? It's like Lucretia has to stay on Benny to make sure Benny does right by her sister, because Lucretia will kill somebody for her sister. So she's just trying to make everybody do right.
Right. That's her own way of staying on message.
That's right.
One of the things, Kim, that is always vital, something that obviously I believe in with Black-owned media matters, but also the importance of showing the Black family dynamic. Now, look, white folks, Latinos, Asians, Native Americans, look, everybody, there are some similarities. Black families, a little bit different in terms of how we roll.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing I love about this show, Roland, is that you do have all the touch points that everybody can relate to. You have the complex issues of family life and family dynamics that everyone can relate to. It's just we all relate differently. And so, yes, Black folks, how we relate, intermingling with our family, mess, can be its own unique love affair with life itself. And I feel like that's what Wanda and Regina, our amazing writers room, Mike, that they really all capture that so well and really find a great balance with all of the spices and flavors. Mike said earlier, this show is like a gumbo. And so you've got a lot of ingredients that make everybody go, I can't get enough of this. I want to watch some more. I know this character, that character is me.
Wanda, Mike talked about the writing, but were there times when you said, man, boy, just let it rip. Just take it, and we just gonna keep rolling and see where you're going with it? Or did you say, stick to the script?
Oh, come on now. We to make this thing work, Mike, we need Mike to bring that Mike into this character. Like Mike knows Benny, so and that's why he's such a good actor, on the show, and so. Sometimes writing, we would be in the room and we get stuck. And I was like, this doesn't feel like, and I would call Mike or text Mike and say, hey, man, here's the situation. What do you think Benny would do? How would he respond? Because that's the one thing that we have to do is protect. We can have a lot of fun and this, and this balls out funny, but we also have to protect the character, keep it authentic, because that's the only, because, like you said, Black folks are different. Our audience, they'll see right through this. And that's why we have to make sure it's like on point and real, and I think we're reaching that goal. We're doing it.
Mike, she said Mike knows Benny. No, you are Benny, just with money. Just with money.
Come on, Roland.
Hey, I love you, boy. I love you. You so silly, man. We got to bring him on the show, man. We got to bring him as a character.
When we first met, we were talking about the thing. I said, well, Mike, if we're going to have you in it, it's got to be messy. We got to have some mess in it. So we got to be a little messy.
Wanda used to say, just be you in this piece right here. Just be yourself.
Just be you, messy and doing your thing. Well, it is certainly a potent combination with the three of you. I've always enjoyed the work, and I think the audience certainly will as well. So it's always great to chat with y'all. Keep doing well. And Mike texted me. My number ain't changed, so I don't have bill collectors. So, I don't know what your number is now, but I'm just saying.
Hey, man,
Wanda, you can text
them
me
little
too.
dances. Keep doing them dances, man, with them outfits on, man. He a fool on there.
My legs work. I'm a user. All right, folks. I appreciate it. Love y'all. Y'all take care.
Love you too.
Pieces.
Thanks, baby.
Oh, the Upshaws, Wanda Sykes, Mike Epps, as well as Kim Fields. Y'all can check that out right now, streaming on Netflix. Bye.